First of all, I'd like to show you how to make it. You need 2 cupfuls of flour, and I've used this cup so I get the equal amounts of everything. As you can see, I've already done the flour. This is a cupful of salt, so just put that in, and then, like any other dough, you put in water and start mixing it slowly. You need to get everything well mixed, and the fun part comes in a minute where you get your hands all mucky, which the kiddies will absolutely love. I do know kids like to get their hands a bit dirty. You just got to make sure you've got enough water in there to give it a good consistency. Now, it's very cheap to make. All you need is a bag of plain flour and a large tub of salt. And then you just your water and time, really. So you don't really need to worry about cost or anything like that. But the kiddies will love it because they can make something for anyone in the family or even themselves to keep. Now, this is where we get a bit mucky. We have to start mixing it in. So just use your hands, get it well mixed in. Keep mixing it until you've got a good dough. It's not good to put too much water in at first because you can overpower the other ingredients, and it's not such a good thing because then it spoils and you can't use it. So then you do waste your ingredients. So just keep mixing until all the flour and salt itself is mixed into a dough. Now, you must keep some flour for the surface that you're going to roll on, and make sure that it doesn't stick to the surface. Now, this is coming together quite well now, so I'll bring some out. It is a bit sticky. You just have to be a bit patient. So I've got my bag of flour here. It doesn't matter whose make you use or anything. You just want it to do a simple job. And then on top you need to be able to put some flour on the work surface. I'll just move them out the way. Move that out the way. Here's some dough that's formed, and I'm going to start rolling it out now. If you haven't got a rolling pin, you can use a bottle of any kind. Just make sure it's washed on the outside, because if there's any blemishes or anything on it, then it'll transfer onto the dough, which you don't want. So now you don't want it too thick, and the thinner it is, the quicker it'll dry out, but it also becomes more brittle. So just be aware of that. So I've got a relatively thin piece here. Now, what I did is I've got, these are Sugarcraft cookie dough and cookie cutters. I like these because when you cut them out, you can cut out as a plain piece, or you can use the inside that gives you a nice impression. So when you come to decorate, you've got all the different bits to colour, or you can just use plain and colour it exactly how you want to. So I don't think you'll be able to see that very well, but one's got an impression and the other one is just plain. Now, it is a good idea to use greaseproof paper, but if you haven't got any, I've wrapped a chopping board with foil and just lay them on the board. Now, I've found that you can actually pull them away from the foil quite easily. But what I do suggest is if you want to bake them, you can bake them on the lowest heat you've got for a couple of hours and that will dry them out. But if you can wait, just put them in a spare room that you don't use. And then they'll dry out naturally. It'll only take a couple of days, depending on how thick the salt dough craft is. But you see, when I say about kiddies liking to get the hands dirty, you have got the dough everywhere. This is a different one. This is a little chick for Easter. And as you can see, everything's easy for me to cut out and to put on the chopping board because I put enough flour on the top and bottom to stop any stickiness. Now, when you've done these and you've put them to dry, whether that will be to cook in the oven or dry out in the oven, I should say, they will look like these that I've got ready for you. I did these 2 days ago. That's a little teddy bear, and can you see how it's turned white? That shows you when it's ready and you can decorate them however you wish.